Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys...
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Hawks coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Locke. He gets this one to Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second and a couple, Locke. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a third down. Lock going to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condemned.
Touchdown, Seahawks! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
On first down, Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Here's a diving catch right side.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
16 more yards. That's another.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Ravens, nothing.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Jackson now. That's to his running back, complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the foot. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. Roquan Smith make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He'll take this deep in his own territory. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Block now to throw. catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know,
it got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
116 yards rushing for them now in the first half of this Super Bowl. A good gain on first. Has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now to the air, Locke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They look to throw. It's Locke. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Locke now on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Darren Lee in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, We're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this time, Locke will throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this will go to Carson out wide. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Locke going to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Carson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, Jackson. A swing pass here to Edwards. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Jackson here is going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A lot going to throw it here. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Down right around the 25. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it with Carson. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now it's Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.